The week is starting off right. Monday night, and 2K Sports presents the NBA. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg. And we'll hear from Allie LaForce in just a moment. On Wednesday, then on Friday. Now the starting group for the visitors. Tonight, and I'm looking forward to this grade, we're going to see the speed and the skill of NBA guards. Two of the league's best going head-to-head.
And when I think basketball, I envision guards pushing the tempo, taking threes. The modern NBA has a lot of talent. The pace has never been higher.
Go. Whoops, they pick off the pass. Outside, Walker shoots the three. That one's in, his first shot this game.
But we'll come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
Wing on the left. They set the pick, and looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
Yeah, you know, the officials aren't nearly as lenient as they used to be on that call. As a matter of fact, I know I got away with a lot of those in my playing days, but that was 40 years ago.
Here's Davies. The shot goes in. First shot, first basket. First quarter, about a minute and a half in. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. Not there.
Down low. Steals. Misses that one. He's 0 for 1 from the floor.
Hey, even guys at his skill level will miss those from time to time. But it doesn't happen often.
There's the triple. Hands it from downtown. He's got 5.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Here's Walker. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
Well, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
To the middle. Boom! He jams it straight down.
One of his specialties on display there. A nifty lead pass.
Gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Got a hand on it. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. Right wing. Shot clock at 6. High post try, and he knocks down the jumper.
5 of 5 to start the game, and it might be the second quarter before they miss the way they're knocking these shots down. Boy, everything's pure.
And timeout called by Nick Nurse. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust. And while we have a second, let's see which squads have topped the league in assists during the past month.
And what stands out during this recent stretch is just how well they passed the basketball. I mean, this is a club that has become really unselfish.
throw line jump shot. No good on that one.
Got a decent look at it, but sometimes the shot just doesn't go down.
And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. Well, we're starting to creep, Clark, towards the midway point of the season. Isn't it amazing how fast this season can go by? You and I look at each other and say, wow, can't believe we're already here.
Well, you know, Kevin, I think it's a function of us getting older, if you will. They say time seems to move faster the older you get. But clearly it's the same for the players as far as how fast the season goes. Opening night happens, and then before you know it, the All-Star game is coming up. And then you get to the backside of that, and it's usually all downhill to the playoffs and beyond.
And the second free throw, good. Gone 3 of 7 from the field since we've gotten underway. Pass to Davies. And here's Walker. 5 points in the game. Misses the layup. Gotten all 5 of their shots to go down in the first quarter. Terrific start. Here's Brissett. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
Yeah, the defender all over.
He got him good.
That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2. In this first quarter, around 38%. They're looking a bit creaky.
To the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Some stellar shooting to jump out to this league.
Quality looks they're getting, and they're capitalizing on them, guys. They have to be happy with this start offensive.
Shoot. Here's Menard. Count it from 12.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
1:53 left to play in the first. Out to the wing. The rim-rattling two-handed jam.
And 1 step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then, Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Boy, picture-perfect teamwork that time, guys. One guy sacrificing for the other. That's how you succeed in this league.
Greg, we know something every scout liked about B.J. Edgecombe was his raw physical ability.
Yeah, many felt he was already NBA ready in terms of his physique. He's fast, he's strong, and he can just leap out of the gym. No waiting for him to fill out. This guy is ready to go.
Hits it from three-point range.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
And to battle back, they've got to shore up the defense. I mean, there's no other way to come back from a deficit unless you play good defense.
And it ends up out of bounds. And they retain possession.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
And, you know, even though they didn't come up with the steal, that's still a nice defensive play.
.29 seconds left to play here in the first. 5 on the clock. No good. That's miss number 2. He's 1 for 3. Into the lane. Misses from short range. Pass to Cavanielli. And stolen by Kamen. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the visiting team, what do you think?
Aggressive at running guys to the backboard. You could tell it was part of their game plan coming in.
Yeah, and you know, when the team establishes an edge on the glass early, it really sets things up for the rest of the game.
It's good.
When you get looks from there, you're doing a lot right.
Here's the 3. His second shot goes in. Off to a good start. 2 for 2.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on them.
Pass to Davies from the arc. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Davies has got 5.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Back to Kaman, and finished off by Kaman.
And how about breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk?
A nice way to pad that lead a little more. You're right.
Yes, indeedy. Well done.
Second quarter of action, about a minute and a half played. That bucket in no time at all.
And really, that's what you want every time down the floor. A simple, high-percentage shot.
And here's the fast break. Walker leading the way with a step back, and the jumper falls for him. He has 7.
Yeah, they've raised their shooting percentage in this quarter, and they're starting to get on track.
And they're starting to heat up is what they're doing. They're on fire. I mean, that's what they need to climb back into this game.
To the left wing. Drives to the hoop. Knocked away. Inside. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. There's a screen to the inside. Oh, there's the one-handed jam.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish.
Part of what makes him unique, guys, that combination of power and power.
Fires for 3. That miss is his 4th this game. He's shooting 3 for 7 from the field.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
Especially when you're scoring the ball at a decent clip the way they have. I mean, they've done exactly what's necessary to take the lead.
And never brag an all-star, but he is a star. Jamal Murray can flat out play.
And he's had his hurdles to overcome with injury over the years, but he's never one to shrink from a challenge. And he remains a prolific shot creator.
The first free throw is good. You know, Greg, a lot of the best scorers do what's called hunting, looking to create contact with the defender that they've zeroed in on.
Yeah, and that can be a legitimate technique to really negate his shot blocker. But when the offensive player basically initiates all the contact, we could do without some of those cheap foul calls against the defender.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there, earned those free throws.
And for the NBA, anytime there's a blip in the ratings, Clark, you've got those who will begin to criticize the state of the game. Do you find any credence there?
I think in many cases it's a bit of an overreach, an attempt to try to define something simply that's more complex, to have a simple answer for a complex situation. I do think the league is very much on the right track in continuing to listen to criticisms and then evaluate them on their merit. When you send somebody like him to the line, it's pretty much easy money.
Here's Brissett. Taking a look at his numbers, he averages about 7 points a game. And he lays it straight in. Brissett's got 6 points.
And, guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Outside, Walker lets the 3 fly. Brissett grabs the miss.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
To the paint. Carries it down low. Brissett's got 4 this quarter.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
And timeout called by Nick Nurse. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan. And now a look at the teams that have shot the ball the best over the course of the last month.
It's been a long month for anybody who plays these guys. I mean, they've been shooting the lights out, and it's been game after game after game.
Gone 5 of 8 from the floor here in the second quarter. Over 60% shooting. And let's go to the sideline. Here's Allen.
Thank you, guys. Nikola Jokic is a family man through and through. He said, quote, basketball is not the main thing in my life and probably never will be. And to be honest, I like it because I have something more at home, something that's more important than basketball. Back to you, Kevin.
Some good perspective. Thanks so much, Allie, for the report. Three-pointer. It's good from long range. 10 points for him.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Personal foul, second team foul. At the line for 2,
and the first one at the line is good. So he gets them both. Gotten all of their first 6 shots to go in here in the second. What a quarter so far. To the middle, and he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
And how about breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk?
A nice way to pad that lead a little more. You're right.
Yes, indeedy. Well done.
The quick look, no good that time.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And it's been a well-rounded performance. I mean, strong rebounding has certainly been at the center of it, but it's been good on a number of levels.
And a missed layup. And feeling it offensively in the second quarter, they're shooting 60%. Pass to Kabengele. .106 left in the first half. Gotten nearly everything to fall for them here in the second quarter. They're a great 7 of 8 from the floor. And yep, that's going to be a flagrant foul. Unnecessary contact.
And Kevin, that's a pretty dangerous play right there. I mean, I don't like to see a player put an opponent in harm's way as much as you just saw him do there. Glad they pinned a flagrant on him.
Yeah, you're right, Greg. The officials were all over it. They weren't going to let him off the hook that time.
No wasted trips at all. They're taking care of business at the line.
One way to protect the lead, knock down those free throws, and 100% free throwing for the quarter, that's superb.
Pass to Brissett. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Hey, he's still scoring a little bit, but he's gotten away from his first quarter approach when I thought he was attacking the defense and was able to draw foul after foul.
And he knocks down the first one. And so he makes both from the line. Gone 6 of 11 from the floor. Over 50% shooting here in the second quarter. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game. $19 seconds left now here in the second. Takes it off the glass.
Hey, you'll take as many high percentage looks as you can get.
From deep three-point territory. That'll do it for the first half. Up by 15. Time now for the halftime break, with the third quarter soon to follow, right here on 2K Sports.
Hey everybody, it's halftime. Boy, it's been a rough go so far.
Instead of rebounding, they're just watching. So annoying.
Yeah, we thought this might be a weak spot for them. But come on, man. You got to compete.
All right, next, let's look at some of the possible entrants into this year's dunk contest.
A lot of high flyers on this list. I've seen what they can do in game.
Thanks for spending halftime with us. Time to get it back out to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third quarter.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. And so here's the home team, down by 15. That'll be the latter half of this two-game homestand. Pass to Walker. And he overdid it there. Too much force, it looked like, on the foul, and he's called for the flagrant.
And Kevin, I got to tell you, he's probably fortunate to just get a flagrant one there. I mean, so much contact. The officials easily could have gone even harder on it.
Greg, I agree. He'd better be on his best behavior from now on. One more flagrant of any variety, and he's out of here. And so Walker nails both of them.
Well, he's come through for them at the line today, and you love having a big fella who's so capable on his free throws.
Seals. Tough break there, shot after shot. They couldn't get anything to fall. With the step back from outside the arc, they get it back. Just 5 on the clock. Second shot opportunity, and the shot falls short this time. Being at 44%, pretty reasonable. Pass to Walker. The shot off that time. Guys, they've really built a nice lead here.
And doesn't show any sign of slowing down.
And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball. Stolen away. inside. Brissett grabs the miss.
If he were just a touch more efficient tonight, I think the score would look a lot different.
Gets in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
Boy, he gives this team exactly whatever scoring it needs, and that's one of the things you really like about him.
And timeout called by Nick Nurse. Coach needs a moment to talk things over. A moment now to check out some numbers for him.
In the last 5 games, you can see the trend upwards for effective field goal percentage, and it shows you how confident he's playing right now.
Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Outside, Walker. Ring shot on the way. Just 4 to shoot. Steals. That's tipped.
Things have been bumpy coming into the second half now. 5 straight misses.
And rebounded by Davies.
That's 1 for their first 4 to start the second half.
Driving inside.
Away team foul. First personal foul, second team foul. At the line for 2, Seals.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First one falls for him. No good on the second free throw. Got just one of their first 4 shots to fall since coming out of the locker room at the break. Top of the key, and that one good. He's got 8.
And that's how you move the ball, putting the defense in a really tough spot.
Outside, Walker. By Kamen. There's the 3. Unable to get that one.
Hey, it was a good look, one he normally capitalizes on.
Seals, defended by Kamen. Outside, Walker. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen. Let's check out the Western Conference standings right now that we're here in the new year. Taking a look here at the visitors. Right now they've compiled the 3rd best record in the conference. Gone 2 of 6 from the field here in the 3rd. So David Adelman's decided to call a timeout here. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy. Let's bring out the 2K leaderboard to see the best up-tempo teams in the league.
I think that's what really distinguishes them offensively. They really like to get out in transition.
To the inside. brings it up off the glass.
Well, that's the goal of pick and roll. Get that separation you need.
Pass to Cabangeli. And it's blocked.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
And now let's send it over to our courtside reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. The future of the NBA is digital. Commissioner Silver said streaming allows us to better engage fans through the personalization of telecasts, creating chat communities, buying products, playing fantasy. There's an enormous opportunity. We are just barely scratching the surface. Back to you, Kevin.
It's getting interactive. Okay, thank you, Allie. Right, we see a lot of change in the NBA, but Nikola Jokic always seems to stay in the MVP conversation.
And not just in it, at the top of it. His ability to affect the game is basically unmatched. He dominates in just about every single aspect.
And the shot goes in.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness. If they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
They need this one. And it's Kaman with the rebound. Going to somewhat subpar, 4 of 10 on their shots in the second half so far. We've got 1:13 left in the third quarter. He takes it in, and the layup's good off the glass. Kaman's got his second bucket tonight.
And given the height advantage, it's no surprise he was able to score.
.44 seconds left to play in the third. And it's Kaman with the rebound. Kaman's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Here's the pick. To the left side wing. Takes a 3. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead in this one. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his speed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Yeah, that's just a brilliant read of the defense. I mean, it was also excellent anticipation of the movement of his teammates before the pass. Just great harmony on all sides.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. And you know, everyone's aware, Clark, of the team rivalries in the NBA. But there are, I think, still plenty of personal ones, too.
Yeah, I would agree with you there, Kevin. I mean, you've got highly competitive, accomplished guys making up the rosters on NBA teams. And if a player wins the individual matchup in one game, you can be sure that opponent in the next game is going to look to make things a little different.
Just 33%, struggling to get good looks. Pass to Walker. Brissett grabs the miss. Brissett's got his 4th rebound in this one. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Yeah, easy call.
Yeah, you can hear the smack all the way over here where we are.
And the first one drops. So it's both teams making substitutions here. And so he hits both.
impeccable from the line since halftime.
No misses yet. You can't do much better than that, guys.
And we keep seeing franchises' values going up, Greg, including the Boston Celtics last season selling for over $6 billion.
Man, those are some deep pockets. And don't forget the Lakers going for in excess of $10 billion as those well-heeled individuals continue to pay these incredible prices. The pressure to unlock new league revenue streams, listen, it's only going to increase.
Here's Davies. Nice pass, nice catch, and a resounding dunk.
You know, he's been fairly productive, but it's going to take more, either from him or somebody else.
First minute and a half of basketball played here in the fourth quarter. Rejected by Walker. Pass to Davies. Brissett grabs the miss. Thompson, high post, stolen by Walker. The finish, and the dunk by Walker.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Well, turning defense to offense. We talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense.
Missed inside. Gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. And Clark, one idea that Commissioner Silver mentioned, shortening NBA games to 40 minutes as opposed to the current 48 minutes. What are your thoughts there?
You know, Kevin, I don't know if shortening the game would be an answer. I certainly would love to see the season shortened to take maybe 12 to 14 games off the regular season. I think would go a long way to enhancing the season-long quality of play.
Down low, and he dunks it down.
Straight power, homie. I mean, he ripped it down with both hands.
Absolutely a resounding dunk.
Yeah, for sure. That was a take no chances, take no prisoners slam right there, guys.
Yep, that one goes.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high percentage looks from inside.
And even under pressure in close, I think they've still done a good job maintaining concentration and converting the opportunities.
And so David Adelman calls the timeout. And he wants to see some changes out there right away and right now. And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth. And that one ends up out of bounds. And they'll keep possession. Well, Clark, with the game becoming more global, some are saying the NBA should adopt some FIBA rules to more closely align the leagues. Any changes you'd welcome?
Well, you know, Kevin, with all the shooting that teams possess now, maybe the league can get away from the defensive 3-second rule. I mean, there's so much switching and interchanging of players. The offenses are usually so well spread out. I think you should just maybe abandon that particular rule. Throw those big guys a bone and let them park inside at their own peril.
Here's Davies, pocket 6. Over to the left wing. Back to Walker from downtown. Good on the triple.
First 3 of the half, second of the game. Can he heat up?
Pass to Brissett. Plays it up and banks it in.
And that's right where they wanted to go with the ball, in rhythm.
Gone 4 of 8 in this fourth quarter, shooting an even 50% from the field. And we will have a timeout called by Nick Nurse. And clearly an important juncture. He's going to have some choice words with his team. Pass to Cabangeli. We all hear about AI in the workplace, and I don't mean Allen Iverson, although we could put him in the workplace. Greg, now teams are using computers to break down the action.
Yeah, able to use camera tracking to assess credit and blame, right? So maybe the little things in winning plays that went unnoticed, they won't be overlooked much anymore.
Gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
1:58 left to play here in the fourth. Whoops, anticipated the pass. Turnover. Lets a floater go, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
First team foul. At the line for 2, number 3.
Shooting 2.
First free throw is good. Both good from the line that time. And there's a minute 45 left in the fourth quarter. Does not score for only the second time in 7 shots this game. And Clark is someone who has been around the game their entire life. What advice would you give to younger players?
A couple of things, Kevin, I would highlight. One is embrace the work, embrace the process of development, run your own race in that regard. Stay away from the snare of compare, and dedicate yourself to being a continual learner and always striving to get better.
Snatched away. Defended by Kamen. A 17-footer. That one misses.
Look, when the defense leaves the mid-range open like that, you've got to punish them, or they'll keep letting you shoot it.
Home team foul. Cabangeli. First personal foul, 3rd team foul.
And he makes the first. So he picks up just one from the line that time. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Driving to the basket, and he gets it to go.
Number 23. First personal foul. Second team foul.
So far, we've seen them be a bit careless with the ball.
Simply put, out of control is how they played thus far. They're going to have to reel it in and show some more discipline.
The visiting club takes the win on the road. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
And Kevin, how about the mental?
Nicola, congratulations.
And as always, Allie, thank you so much. And that'll do it, folks. So for Allie